Hey, welcome. You guys just got out of a little bath time. I just want to share with you guys my updated Easter gift basket, whatever, share. I've done a couple of videos in times past, over the past couple years of being a vegan, 5 years and counting, going on 5.5 now, actually. Um, it's changed a little bit. Even back then, like years and years and years ago, I wasn't really identifying fully as a minimalist. Um, Even now, I sometimes, cringe at the thought of actually calling myself a minimalist because I don't feel like I'm there yet, but I also understand that truly, it's not about getting there. It's about a way of life and a lifestyle. And holidays are one of the hardest times, I think, to be a minimalist. For instance, during this past Christmas that came through, I was doing the little office, Secret Santa, and it was like, okay, you can pretty much guess my gift before you open it because literally I don't buy wrapping paper. I don't. I'm an environmentalist. I'm a minimalist and I'm not going to do it to make anybody feel better. And, there are those moments where it's like, like I feel like a dumbass. I feel cheap, I feel not good enough at that moment in time because my gift doesn't look as great. And not to say you can't have a minimalist gift that is wrapped well or whatever, but it just, those doubts always creep in. And you get over it, you realize it's not the packaging that is important. So, with things like Easter, I always just really try to either do something reusable for packaging. I mean, Easter baskets, obviously, you can get a good basket that's going to last you, or just skip the basket altogether. Honestly, I borrowed Easter baskets when my kids were younger, and at this point for the years and years and years, I haven't done any type of Easter basket or anything like lay stuff out on the table or however you want to do it. Use a cute little box or a basket that you have to use for something else. It's all about being creative and reusing. And, even when we're going to have Easter at my house for just my little kids, my teenage boys. So obviously this is different, than in years past or whenever, or for people who have younger kids. But I do have younger kids in my family, so we'll be going over to see them. And, there's so many things to consider when giving little kids treats. And the environment should be something, we need to try to avoid all these cheap plastic toys from China, even if it's not toys, just these little gimmicky everything. I mean, I feel like everybody buys shirts, not everybody, but so many people buy a whole outfit just for Easter and they never wear it again, or they're well just for the season. And yeah, I'm not all about that. I was never somebody to, oh, let's buy St. Patty's Day shirt for my kids from, Walmart. Oh, let's buy, I always try to buy like used, thrift store type of stuff just because it's healthier. You don't have those flame retardant chemicals and all that stuff that get into your bloodstream. It's cheaper. Plus, with kids, they grow so fast, you can really find some great stuff. And, if you plan ahead too, it's a lot easier. So I haven't had to worry about that. But I did start planning ahead early. Actually, kind of had like a gift certificate type of a thing going on, like a credit at Menards, if you know what that is. It's like you wouldn't think, I mean, they have a lot of stuff there. So I picked up little Peppa the Pig sticker book, just because I didn't want to buy into, all this crap that people won't use. And not that this isn't total crap. I mean, it's cute. It's got stickers. May not even be fully vegan because the sticker glue or whatever, you know what I mean. But that's just life. Like when it comes down to it, not every little thing that we can do is completely vegan or completely ethical. But this is minimal, I feel like minimally environmentally uh, destructive. But I probably could have done better, but I feel good that at least it's not, plastic and from, probably is from China. Yeah, printed in China. No, what else was I going to say? Sugar. At least it's not sugar. Recently read a statistic that said that children have some, get in America at least, get some 32 teaspoons of sugar every single day, or an average a day. And that's even more than adults who got 22, I believe. It was 22 to 32. Let me get a drink. I'm kind of thirsty. Oh, okay. So, sorry for my little robe and crazy hair. It's drying out. So anyway, I'm just going to show you guys kind of some of the minimalist things that I've been doing. First of all, another thing, in addition to like planning ahead and, you know, excuse me, thirsty all of a sudden. I'm the type of mom, and I think single moms probably do this a lot. Just your average mom probably does this a lot. Some people don't agree with this, but I'm the type of person who will like put toothpaste into my kids' stockings, clementines into my kids' stockings, you know, even just those little treats. It, you know, when you're, I always used to talk about this too in my like in more dieting videos, like, in order for something to be a treat, it doesn't necessarily have to be unhealthy. It doesn't necessarily have to be sugar. Just because everybody else is giving their kids sugar and it's the industry standard and most people do it, doesn't mean that we have to do that. Not saying I haven't bought any sugar, but you know, just because we have to buy all these new things, plastic toys, doesn't mean we have to do this. And it can be a treat if it's just something that you don't have all the time. It can be a treat if it's maybe just a little more expensive than something you would buy on an everyday basis. And apple juice is something that one of my kids really likes, and I like to try to usually buy organic. And this is not organic, so he's gonna get this. You know, it's special because it's not organic. Because, well, actually, so I did see this on like a clearance type of a thing. So, you know, it's freaking apple cider, but he's actually going to be excited about it. It sounds really lame, but look for those things and try to think of those things. Maybe even make a list of those things that are, you know, just treats in different ways. Just something that you may not even have access to very often. Something special. So, and also one other point that I'm going to make throughout this video is, for moms, for parents, for single moms, we're very busy. We work very hard. We need to treat ourselves. If you're not somebody who treats yourself, I highly recommend it. I used to do passion parties for a really long time. That was one of the biggest things that I learned. I learned a lot from that, but one of the biggest things I learned, you know, that as moms, you know, we need to treat ourselves first. We need to, not necessarily always first, but it's like the whole, you know, airplane engines going down or whatever, you're crashing, and who you give the oxygen to first? Yourself, so that you can then give it to you. Because if you pass out, you know, then you can't save your child. So it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of a little analogy. If you're going crazy and you are overstressed, overwhelmed, burnt out, then that's going to affect your kid negatively. So, you know, take the time to love yourself. And again, this doesn't have to mean like unhealthiness. With these, I actually saw these for 99 cents at CVS. Hadn't been there for a while. These are my favorite bars. I don't usually like to buy these because I'm trying to go low waste, and they're a little bit too expensive for what I like to pay for a bar. Plus, these are pretty small, and they don't really fill you up, but I love them because they're like 0 fat. I bet the coconut one is not 0 fat, but you know, yeah, it's got 2.5 grams of fat. So, you know, I love that, just to be able to, you know, I had 2 already today. So these are Mommy's Easter basket, which is fun. Another thing that I'm largely going to put in my Easter basket, I have ordered a whole bag of these on Amazon. I've been ordering a lot of things on Amazon recently, Amazon Prime, because I am actually getting rid of it. I'm only going to do just regular Amazon. So I'm like, okay, anything that I can think of right now. And, you know, if I need it, I'm going to turn it on for a month or 2. And then, but I think it's going to help me to spend less, to kind of get rid of that, save a lot of money. So again, be more of a minimalist overall. So these, you guys might have seen these on my channel before. These are my absolute favorite candy. They are so good and so perfect for Easter. If you like sour foods, sour candies, this is like literally the best thing ever. I love them. So I think I got 50 of these for like 22 bucks or so. Normally a bag of like 5 is like $3 or $4. So I thought that was a steal. You probably still have time to get those delivered if you want to get those off Amazon. Not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but I just love it because they're, you know, colored and flavored with natural you know, fruits and vegetables, radish, carrot, apple, and it's organic. And yeah, also non-allergy. So these are a great thing to give away for, you know, not only Easter, but also for Halloween, stuff like that. So I got a big bag of these so I can kind of share with people, different people, again, cousins, nieces, nephews, even coworkers, perhaps. Kind of nice to just have things like that. Another thing that I just found, and I actually sell these at CVS, but I got a big bag of these. These are actually really good. If you like corn nuts, these are very similar. Get a little spicy kick, not too spicy. They have different flavors as well. So really good little treat. Non-GMO, vegan, so cute, and such a great little message too. Love. So those are going to the family members. And then another thing that I'm doing, especially as a minimalist, this works so well. I just did a KonMari. I did the video. I'm gonna actually upload that probably one of my next few videos. I am giving away just things, and you know, sometimes I'll wrap them and like if I have extra wrapper or whatever, and like give them as a gift sometimes when I do giveaways like this. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, here's a box of stuff you guys want to look at before I give it away. You know, you can bring it on Easter and eat, or like whatever holiday, and then it's just kind of a little generous thing, and you can kind of like be choosy. Like all the stuff that I'm giving away, you know, some stuff I just take to the giveaway place. But if I know like something like, oh, you know, somebody might want this. Certain somebody might want this. I know my mom's going to want this. You know, it's just a good time. I mean, you can obviously give those away whenever, but, you know, to kind of set stuff aside and consciously say, this is a time when I'm going to bring gifts, you know, it's just fun. My family kind of expects it of me now. And my mom's like even asking me like, when's the next time you're going to bring me some more clothes? Because I love this last clothes, you know, that you gave me or whatever. And, you know, if you have some extra vegan books lying around that you like, I've read this one twice and it's so basic and thin. Like I'd rather, you know, my mom get some use out of it. And it's kind of cool because we're actually having a really big Easter this year. So I might, like I said, with the kind of bulk item gift, it's going to be like, hey, does anybody want, like I brought some for everybody. Also, I think I'm going to, I have way too many tomato plants. So I think I'm going to try to do something cute with just little giveaway seedlings as well. Just be like, hey, does anybody want these? It's not going to be like, oh, hey, you know, like I brought a gift for you specifically, because let's face it, most people don't give like other adults like presents at Easter. But again, I just like being generous, and I also like to get rid of stuff that's in my house. So, you know, I'm like, hey, I don't need this. Like I've got so many vegan books, and you know, hey, does anybody want to look at some of this stuff? And that way people can kind of take what they want. And like I said, the rest can just go with me to Goodwill. Okay, so let's move on here. Sweet cereals. Again, I've been buying these for my kids a little bit lately, but these are just something, you know, I'll just set out on that morning. Look what the Easter Bunny brought, you know. They don't get sweet cereals all the time, but I find that, you know, sweet cereals, even though they do have the sugar, you know, it's better. This is organic. It's just better in so many ways. It's at least got some nutrients, and then they have it. This one I was going to eat myself. I may actually just eat these, you know. The Easter Bunny brings treats for everybody, not just the kiddos. And same thing, I don't even know why I just have these in here. for mommy. Mommy likes treats too. Doesn't have to be. These are not a treats. I've been eating these every day at lunch. I don't actually even know why they're in this box. So corn nuts. Okay. Some of this stuff is actually just what I'm gonna actually do like an antipasto type of a tray, which I'll show you guys later when I get closer to it. So not in the Easter baskets, but I do have, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. I'm gonna have like crackers, gluten-free for my little sister, and I'm gonna have little cucumbers, and I got some cheese. I'm even gonna do, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, we kind of have a tradition in my family to do like little celeries with, we used to do like a pineapple cream cheese. And so I told my mom I was gonna try to replicate this. So I found a recipe online. I'm gonna get some vegan cream cheese and then just kind of, you mix it in with some pineapple and then add some like onion powder and random things. It might not sound that great if you've never had it. It's like, I think a little Kraft bottle is where the original came from, which of course is not vegan, but I remember it being really good. And like I said, it's kind of a tradition, so hopefully I can kind of nail that and wow people. But I've also got some Mayokos cheese, the mozzarella. I just find it so good. So I'm gonna get some basil, little tomatoes, do some kind of a appetizer with that. Maybe just kind of lay it all out there. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet, but like I said, I'll definitely show you that. So I think that'll be kind of fun because my family's actually really bad about doing appetizers for anything. So again, back to the toothpaste in the stockings for Christmas. This is the same sort of thing. Batteries for my kids. They mainly use these for their Xbox controllers and whatnot. So I hate batteries. I hate buying them, but that's why it's a treat. You can look at it as cheap, you can look at it as minimalist, whatever, but the kids still get excited about it. And I think that's cool that my kids still can get excited about simple things. So that may mean they're deprived, or it may just mean, I don't know what it means. Pictures. Like I said, I just save this stuff up because really it just comes down to, I'm really bad about remembering to give people stuff. Like if I have to give something to somebody or give something back to them, like for instance, I'm giving away my coffee pot to my friend at work and I've been trying to get it to her forever, but I just can't remember to take it out of my car. So stuff like this, it's like, oh, it's just a perfect time to slip it in the cards. Basically any holiday, my family pretty much knows they're gonna get their pictures of the boys. And oh, I haven't actually decided. I think I might give this to my mom or else just kind of wait until I have family coming in. That would really love this. More towards the summertime. More pictures. Gotta love Life Touch. Velveeta. I don't know if these, hello. I don't know if these will actually make it to Easter because again, these are something that I pretty much give my kids every morning, but you know, it just makes them feel special when they wake up and they're like, oh mom, you're so funny. So again, you can make it a cute little day without doing a bunch of stuff, you know. And oh, this was actually for me. Gotta love these. They taste so good, little fruit snacks. They're super expensive though. Bought these on bulk. I used to buy these in bulk online, and I think save a little bit of money if you're going to be eating them a lot, but again, not that great. This is probably the most normal thing. Sour Skittles. Can you tell I like sour candy? Now these are just really bad. Lots of crap, but again, it's like one bag, you know, and I know they're going to get enough of this stuff. Like if you're watching this, don't feel like my kids are super deprived because they're going to get enough sugar from grandma's. But another thing, like Cliff Bars, great. Luna Bars, great. You know, it could be like if you buy a certain flavor, you could make it special by getting a new flavor. Just little things. Like I actually gave this to, I have a niece that's about 3 or 4 and I had a set of these. This is another way to make your money go longer. Like I've done this numerous times where I have actually numerous nieces and nephews. And so like I'll get a set of like 3 My Little Ponies and like break it up, and then it's cool because then you can all like play with it together, and then whenever you play with it by yourself, you like think of the other people. And so I actually saved this one kind of for myself, and now I'm gonna give it to her. And I gave to my one little niece that I'm gonna see on Easter. She already has the other one, so it'll be kind of neat to like see if she remembers this. But this was, zero cost to me. I need to do her hair again before, but I wanted to kind of save it for just posterity and memories and stuff like that. But then I'm like, I can have the memories, and part of being a minimalist is that you don't need this stuff to like have the memory. So she'll get more use out of it as I do. And again, it just adds a little pizzazz to the little gift, set that I'm going to give her for Easter. So again, non-sugar, which I know her mother will appreciate. What else do we have here? I do have some other things that like some makeup. I'm really getting away from makeup in general. I have another video I'm going to be doing about that as well, kind of the toxins in makeup, even if it's vegan and all of that. And, I just don't wear it enough. I like when I wear my makeup, I'm sure I don't take it off properly. Like I'll wash my face, but it just doesn't, lots of reasons just not going to do it. So I went through my makeup the other day, kind of doing a KonMari deal, and I realized, I'm just going to give this stuff away that, has not even been opened. So that'll kind of be like a little treat for my sister or my mom or whatever. And of course, you always have pistachios. Again, my kids are like, whatever, but I feel like, especially when they get older, like my kids are teenagers now, so it's like not a lot. I mean, yeah, like if I bought them something super expensive, that they really, really wanted, they would be super excited. But, of course, single mom, I don't have the money to be going out and doing that all the time. I have to buy, oh my gosh, guys, the cost for these high school sports, whoo. It's out of hand, so I try to keep them grateful about the little things in life, and also kind of school them on the basics of minimalism and frugality and stretching your money, so that they know that these are concerns. I include them in my everyday life so that they understand these things. I think kids a lot of times get sheltered, and parents get so busy and they're off doing their own thing, and then parents do their own thing, and then they're just so spoiled. They get everything that they want, and they get these perfect, beautiful baskets for whatever holiday, or perfect, beautiful presents wrapped. And it's like these kids have no idea these days, like what goes into that sort of thing and what it takes to do that sort of thing. So I honestly feel in some ways, blessed that I am poor. that my kids get to understand this, so that they also can be grateful, when they do get great gifts, and even to be grateful for the little things. So, that's just really important to me. So also, one last thing. Oh gosh, horrible stuff in here, but I got a bunch of these. I kind of have a weakness for this stuff. So I got grape. This is actually for baseball. I mean, is it really even baseball if you don't have Big League Chew? Sour apple. Oh, Josh has been having cotton candy, and it's kind of crazy. Hope you guys aren't commenting, because I don't know why I didn't turn the comments on. I don't know why it's not showing up. Anyway, blue raspberry. I'm kind of excited to try these. So anyway, I'm sure I forgot some things. I was just kind of gonna organize these and get them away from my dog so he doesn't tear into these. And, like I said, I've been just kind of slowly adding up and having a little box, and it's nothing too special, but it is special, and it just takes a day to another level in a very minimalist way. So give me a thumbs up and leave any comments if you think this is crazy, or if you do stuff like this, let me know. I'd like to hear your input. Take care. Don't forget to eat your fruit. Happy, what is it, Palm Sunday, if you celebrate that sort of thing. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.